We exposed a billion-dollar construction problem that's happening right here in the state of Florida. Builders cutting corners on stucco installation over the last decade.
And now those choices are starting to cost homeowners. So tonight, Noah Pransky is back for part 2 of his series. As 10 Investigates asks how so many people dropped the ball in protecting your biggest investment.
This is not a happy place to be.
It's the same cry.
This is getting worse and worse.
Up and down the coast.
This is scary.
And all over Florida.
That home became hell to us.
As we first told you last night, homeowners across the state are now discovering construction defects from 5 to 10 years ago that have been rotting their homes from the inside out.
There's evidence that moisture is getting to this particular area.
Tom Miller is a professional engineer who goes hunting for problems lurking under the surface of stucco. He says builders too often cut corners on its installation in an effort to save time and money. But the costs are ultimately paid by you and by the structural integrity of your home if that stucco cracks.
This was not installed in accordance with code.
When water gets into those cracks, the wood underneath can rot. Rotting wood can collapse. And if you don't discover those problems and file a claim within 10 years of the home's construction, there's not a thing you can ever do about it legally, even if the builder might have been to blame.
The contractor that pulled the permit has the responsibility to direct, supervise, and control the construction.
In fact, those are the words directly out of the state statute. 10 Investigates dug into how many permits Florida's biggest contractors were supervising at once over the past decade, and we found one Pulte Homes contractor supervising workers on 15 to 20 home sites at a time, a KB Home contractor supervising 50 to 60 sites at a time, and one contractor from Lennar supervising upwards of 100 home sites at one time. You may ask, how can one person ensure the quality of so many homes at once? We wanted to ask the builders, but none would talk to us. A KB Home spokesperson said, "We are not commenting at this time." Pulte said, "We don't have anyone who can do an on-camera interview. Thanks." And Lennar just stopped replying to our emails.
It was happening at such a volume, it was difficult to stay on top of.
Hillsborough County's chief building inspector, Pete Ohms, says the counties used to trust builders to do stucco right. Not anymore.
And allow water to get in at that area.
Now, Ohms has his staff training with Tom Miller to spot stucco problems before the final code goes on.
We look at it on every building with stucco.
But most counties still lag behind. While the inspections vary greatly, some counties, like Pasco, which has had no shortage of new homes with water intrusion problems, do not inspect stucco at all. And just like the home builders they trust to do it right, the county's building inspectors declined our interview requests. Also declining interviews on this story, Florida's Attorney General, who's had an open investigation into KB Home's building practices for nearly 3 years now. A spokesman tells us investigators there need more time to get to the bottom of things. Meanwhile, you can check your home for signs of troublesome stucco by going to our website and looking at the tips we've posted there. We've also got photos of what to spot and what to look for. Just go to WTSP.com, find the 10 Investigates link on the lower left side. Noah Pransky, 10 Investigates.
Tracking storm.